Welcome to your new home.
Our new home.
Oh, we're back, baby!
Shut up and watch my video. Futurama has finally returned. No. Unless you've been living under a rock or inside an interdimensional space whale for the past 2 decades or more, you have probably seen or heard of at least Futurama. Well, just like every character in Disney Star Wars, except with a much more successful history, they are once again reviving their baby and now calling Hulu their home. So I guess that technically makes this a Hulu original now, and I don't exactly know how I feel about that, considering I haven't heard much about Hulu originals except like the New Mutant and whatnot, and I'm pretty sure that was pretty horrible. At first glance, I am not too worried about Hulu being their new home because it seems like they're already making jokes about themselves. Even in that first shot, they have a sign on the building that says $12.99 a month office spaces or $6.99 with commercials. So you can tell that they're already going to be lighthearted about the whole thing and take everything with a grain of salt. They know what the show is going into this. But regardless, we were finally graced with the first official full-length trailer for Season 11 of Futurama, or Hulurama, as they're calling it now. And it is premiering next month on July 24th, so we are going to sit here and break it down and kind of react to it a little bit. So I'll go ahead and get my fugly ass out of the frame and continue with the trailer for you. Sorry to interrupt again already, but I find it a little weird that they feel the need to say brought from the people who brought you Futurama when the show is Futurama. I don't know, it seems a little unnecessary. Anyways, I'll really shut up now.
In 2 seconds, you will collide with your destination.
Good news, everyone. We seem to have survived a massive disruption in the flow of time.
Wait, what exactly happened?
Here, look at this.
Stop fighting! Okay, I'm done.
First things first. If they did not get John DiMaggio back to voice Bender for this season, I probably would not have watched the show. He is such an iconic voice actor for this show and for that character in particular that nobody else would have been able to pull it off and successfully keep all the fans' attention and grace. And I only say that because if you don't know, it was up in the air for a while if he was going to return for season 11 to voice Bender once again. But they got him back so we can all rest easy. Second in this scene is the mention of the events from the finale of season 10, the time paradox where Leela and Fry got stuck and the professor had to come save them. I like how they are mentioning the events and picking right up from where they left off. I'm a fan of animated shows like South Park and Rick and Morty lately, starting to have a continuing narrative to give the show a little bit more depth, in my opinion. Which you may not be a fan of that. You may like the old style of each episode being unrelated to the last, and I get that. And it may still be like that to a certain degree. We just may have certain elements of a continuing narrative going on into the new season.
To the ship!
A new virus has broken out.
I've developed a test to see who's infected. You jam this Q-tip up your nose. That looks kind of fun. I can't wait to do it hundreds of times.
And just as everything seemed to be going so perfect, we were all flying so high at the grace of our perfect show returning, they go and take a shit on our bathroom floor. I did not like anything about this little segment here. To start off, it puts from the creator of The Simpsons. We all know what the show is. We all know. And in my opinion, it's funnier than The Simpsons. So you don't need to accredit it. Like, you don't need to give it some resume like, oh, hey, this is the creator of The Simpsons. Come watch. Everybody knows what Futurama is. Everybody. The show was made in 1999. It is now on its 11th season. Stop acting like it's a brand new IP you came up with, Hulu. It's been here. It's been around. We've all been here. And second is the COVID thing. Listen, it has been 3 years. I know, it was a tragedy. Horrible event. But everyone and their mother has already made every joke under the sun that you could possibly make about COVID. I guarantee you I can already guess exactly what the jokes are going to be. Anti-vax jokes, mask jokes, social distancing jokes, jokes about arguing with your family over what was the right possible way to handle it, jokes about not being able to go out and do anything. We've heard it all 1,000 times by this point. But hopefully the rest of the trailer can't be that bad, so let's go ahead and continue watching.
Pretty lawless out here in crypto country.
Say, you interested in a job?
Fry, why don't you have a belt?
Or at least a substantial butt.
Sorry, guys. I'm a flatty. Mans gave me gift. That's an order. Ow!
You do you, weirdo. I'll bite my glittering festive ass.
Yep.
How do we get out of here?
Easy, we'll burrow out. Burrow, burrow. I deserve that.
I'm just glad you're back.
Would you like to order erotic scented massage oil or fuzzy handcuffs?
Yes,
God,
please.
that's creepy.
I mean, yeah, so creepy.
Alright, and there it is. There's the rest of it. That's what we have to look at until about a little less than a month from now. So, not a lot to break down in there. It looks like classic Futurama stuff, kind of just a bunch of wacky adventures in a bunch of different places with a bunch of different crazy kind of people. Kind of tying back into that same idea, you will see that they do have a key for mentioning modern day stuff still, such as cryptocurrency has now been brought into the show, and the Alexa listening in and suggesting things for them to buy. Oh, and yes, it does look like Leela and Fry are now living together as another part of the continuation of that narrative. But it's good to see that they are making little nods at modern day things going on, little things that they can poke fun at and whatnot, kind of like South Park does without directly referencing them. Going back to Leela and Fry moving in together, however, that does, of course, mean that Fry will have to move out with the apartment with Bender. Or, I mean, he could be the roommate, but it's not likely, which I could see as also being another potential narrative, as that driving a wedge between their friendship and maybe that being an on-running plot for the first season, or the first returning season of the show. But anyways, guys, that's the trailer. That's all I've got for today. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking about it, if you're excited for it, if you think it's kind of fall off like other modern shows have done in the past. Just let me know what you're thinking. But of course, make sure to like the video and go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And I will hopefully catch y'all in the next one. Have a good night.